Hi, this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing a reading for Danielle, and I'm focusing on your star sign Libra. So let's see what we get here for you now. So I'm just going to start off with an overview of your life and look at work and career and relationships and a couple of other aspects as we go along. So let's see what we get for you. So focus on your star sign Libra. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, just bear with me just 2 seconds and we'll be there. Okay, right, first thing is, it's showing me here that you're wanting change. You're wanting your life here to move off in a different direction. And it's like you've got to start connecting with people now and communicating your thoughts a little bit. And this is your communication card here. Then as you communicate your thoughts and you start to move forward, your death card's coming in, which is basically bringing you change. And that change is there, so it's like there's going to be endings and new beginnings around you. And I feel as though in the long run this is going to be very good for you, very positive. But what you mustn't do is worry about money, because you may bring money into the equation, and basically it's telling you don't. Because the trouble is with money, it can be a bit of a negative energy. It stops us doing things, it holds us back, and I feel as though you mustn't do that. So yes, look after money, yes, balance it out, yes, hold on to it, but don't be worrying about it. Because if there are any ups and downs with money, and there possibly will be, but you'll balance it out as you go along. So I feel like finances are going to be absolutely fine. But right here in the centre, it's showing me that you've got all this potential, but sometimes you're not quite tapping into it. So all you've got to start doing now is taking a leap of faith now with your thoughts and ideas and getting out there now and making things happen for yourself. Then as you do that, you'll be onwards and upwards. But the first thing I want you to do is just focus on your energy levels, because you're coming out here a bit drained, a bit run down. It's like you've got no energy. So it's like you're feeling a bit tired, drained, you know, sort of feeling a bit lethargic. And you know, it could be your iron levels are a bit low as well, so maybe go and visit your doctor and see what he says about that for yourself. But I feel like as you start to focus on this and build your strength up, you'll start to feel more energized and you'll start to get where you need to be. So you'll be fine and you will get there, but you just need to look after yourself. And part of the problem is here you're doing a lot of deep thinking, so it's like I feel as though your thoughts are constantly going round and round and round, and that will drain your energy. So if you know you're going to go in that deep thinking mode, you need to start building your energy levels up so you can cope with it and you can deal with it in the right way. And then as you do that, you'll be absolutely fine. So these are the things you've got to start sorting out. So it's like it feels at the moment, it's like one minute you're happy, one minute you're not. And don't worry about the bits that where we're not happy, because it's a bit like saying to your best friend, you know, God, if you go out the wrong side of the bed today, we all have moments. But these moments we've got to deal with. So you've got to start setting yourself goals now, focusing on what's best for you and getting out there now and pushing it forward. But I feel the main thing is with you is I just feel that you don't trust very easily. And I feel like you can start to sort of focus now and sort of building yourself up, trying to reconnect with people, build bridges, and start to try and believe in people a little bit and believe in humanity, as if to say, you know, it's not all negative out there, and you're going to start trying to sort of make things better for yourself, and you can start to try and have a bit of belief in people, you know, that they can be there for you as well as you being there for them. So there's going to be lots of changes, and especially to do with relationships. It's almost like it feels like you can start to try and restore the balance, and if you don't get back what you put in, you're not going to be putting up with it. It's almost like I feel so, do you know what, I've had enough of this. I keep giving and giving and giving, and it's like, what am I getting back? And I just feel so I can just see you getting tired and fed up and frustrated of this. And it will stress you out at times. So if I just show you this, here's your relationship card coming out. So there's your focus on relationships. Here's your Tower card coming out, which is disruption, you making changes, like knocking things down, kind of rebuilding yourself. And this will cause you a bit of stress at times. But I feel so as you deal with it, you'll be onwards and upwards, so to speak. So I feel so it's something you've not got to shy away from. This is something you've got to get a grip on, and you've got to focus on it, and you've got to do the best you can. And then I feel as you do that, you're not going to look back, because I feel because again, going back to the very beginning, it's change for you. And wherever you're going, wherever you're heading, because if you look at this, you're sort of walking away from all that you've known. And then as you do that, it's like, I feel as though you're onwards and upwards. So, you know, you've got to start sort of believing in yourself a little bit. And as you start to walk away from everything that you've known and start afresh, it just feels like it's good. Now, I'm not saying you're walking away from everything, but there's definitely certain things you're going to start to focus on. And not just this as well, I feel as though certain friendships could come into this as well. It's almost like you're growing and changing as a person, and you've got to decide now who comes along your journey with you. But this will all be down to you to decide now what you want and where you're going. And then as you do that, you'll be onwards and upwards. Okay. Just dropped a card there. Okay, so let's have a focus on relationships now. Let's see what's going on here. So let's give these a good shuffle, and let's focus on you again, Danielle, for your star sign, Libra. And let's see what's coming out for you for Libra with relationships. So love and relationships, love and relationships, love and relationships. Okay. Right, so I just feel as though you're definitely going to start focusing on you. All the things that have been holding you back, you're going to sort of step away from that and you're moving forward. And it just feels like it's good. And see, here's your beautiful star card coming out here, where there's hopes for the future and things are going to start settling down for you. So things will get easier, but it only gets easier as you start sort of making the changes. And this is what it's all about. But you are going to worry about this, because whatever you're deciding you're doing with relationships, it's not going to sort of be easy for you. It's like it's going to be difficult, because it's like you've got to be true to yourself, but you're not one for upsetting people. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're ending relationships, but you're definitely going to sort of make some changes, and you're going to test the boundaries and the challenges that you feel as though have been holding you back for too long. And then sometimes I feel as though all this pull in different directions that you've been going through, that's going to start to kind of disappear. But it just disappears as you start to take control of your life. And I just feel as though now it's almost like I feel with yourself. I'm not saying don't sort relationships, but as I look at this, I feel like you've got to focus on you as an individual first. So if you in a relationship at the moment, because the reason why I say it like that is if say, you know, I might not know whether you are or whether you're not, because in the beginning it was showing me a relationship and it was showing me that you're making changes. But here, as I'm focused on relationships, it's not really giving much. And this is why I said I've got you focusing on you. So that's why I just said, you know, if you are in a relationship, I just feel so focus on you. And if you're not, then just don't worry about it for the moment, because I feel so love will come, but I still want to go back and focusing on you. But I just feel that there is something there, because what I saw in the beginning, but it's just very contradictory the way it's showing me here. But maybe it isn't contradictory, but maybe it's just saying, look, you've just got to focus on you. And as you focus on you, you won't feel so tired, so drained. You won't sort of feel so pulled in different directions, because it's almost like you get a clear path of what you're doing and where you're going. And this is what it's all about. Because sometimes I do feel like it feels like you haven't quite found what you're looking for. It's like something's missing. And the trouble is, we all can feel like that at times, but we've got to be really clear what we want. And right here in the centre, it's showing me lack of communication. So it's like you've got to start opening up and speaking your mind. But here again, you're coming out as the supportive woman. You know, it's like you're always giving, but what are you getting back? So it just feels that this has all got to change. So I just feel like I want to step back from your life and analyse everything that's going on around me. Not just relationships, absolutely everything. And then I feel like as you do that, you'll know what you're doing and where you're going. And this is going to be so important. Let's just see if I pull an angel card. Let's just see what this says about relationships from your angels. Okay, see, look, reward yourself. This says reward yourself. And what have I just been saying? Pull back, focus on you. The angels are saying reward you. So this is going to be the key. And so basically that's saying, look, to treat yourself, to pamper yourself, do something that's going to lift you up and make you feel good about you. And that's going to be so, so, so important. So I feel as though that's number one priority. It's like you need to do something that's going to lift you up, make you feel good about you. And then that will have a ripple effect right across your life. And it's going to be good, very, very positive. So this is what you've got to just analyse a little bit now and get this balance between you, what you're wanting, what you're seeking, you sort of pampering yourself in some kind of way. And then as you do that, you're going to feel a bit more balanced, a bit more central, and then you know what you're doing, where you're going with relationships. And it's a bit like a jigsaw, your life is. It's like sort of putting the outer pieces in, and the outer pieces is you, getting everything sorted about you, what you want, where you're going, getting your body in balance. And then I feel so when everything else just seems to slot into place as you go along. And I feel so that's going to be the main key as you move forward. So I just feel so you will sort all this out, you will, very clearly. And it might take a bit of time, but I don't think it's as long as it sounds, neither. I feel like I won't give you perhaps maybe 2 or 3 months sorting yourself out. Right, let's have a look where you're going long term with relationships. See, again it says you're in the driving seat, you're always there in the supportive role, but it's like it feels as though something's missing. So you're going to start to look at this, analyse yourself, and you've got to get things right. And I can see you connecting with a man here where I just feel so he comes across a bit cold of his emotions sometimes, like he doesn't show his feelings very easily. And he's not a negative person, but you do get what you get with him. It's like he's never going to change. So it just feels like you've got to accept him for who he is and what he is. And if you can do that, then you can make it work. What I do like about him is he allow you to become your independent self. So in other words, he's not going to like control you or manipulate you. He'll just let you get on with things. But I've got you questioning him. Sometimes is he being secretive? Is he telling me everything? Can you trust him? And I feel as though all that's out the window. I just feel as though it's just him being him. So you've got to sort of focus on yourself and get yourself sorted. You've got trust in him for being him who he is. And then as you do that, you can make this work. But if you are wanting something more emotional, then I feel as though he's not the one. So this is what you've got to figure out. So I feel as though don't look backwards now, keep looking forwards and focusing on all these different things now that you're wanting and what you're seeking. And then as you do that, you'll start to get where you need to be. Right, let's have a look at work and career. See, again, it's showing me wanting change, wanting to move off in a different direction. And again, money issues are coming into this. So it says, look, don't worry about money, just look after what you've got, and you need to start to focus on your goals a little bit. And it's like you're quite capable of doing more and achieving more. So if you look at this, again, you're wanting to move off in a different direction, you want to change, you want to adapt, you want to move forward. It's telling you to connect with people and communicate so you can get your right thoughts and ideas. But just make sure you've got your energy level sorted, because if you don't get this sorted, you're not going to have the enthusiasm for this new direction or new career. But you're coming out here as quite empowered. There's more strength of character to you than what you realise. And it does feel like in some ways you could perhaps do something for yourself here if you wanted to, because there's self-employment there. But it's like sometimes you're coming out a bit too guarded, a bit too protective of yourself. It's like you've got to start believing in yourself a little bit, trusting in your abilities. And study and training here could be the key to success to kind of get you where you need to be. But I feel so over the next 6 weeks or 6 months, things are going to start slotting into place, and I feel like you'll start to rebuild yourself and everything will start coming good, and there is a new career out there for you if you want it, or you're just going to move up the ladder and sort of kind of get yourself promoted. But I just get the feeling there's more to come. But you've just got to start believing in yourself, and you've got to start taking a leap of faith and not worrying about money. Money seems to keep coming into it as well. But I also feel some of this as well. It's like you're feeling a bit lost with everything. It's like everything's sort of getting to you. But I just feel as though it's all about change. And I feel as though all the things you're feeling at the moment, it's all pushing you to make change. Because this is what the Tower card's all about. It's about knocking your life down and rebuilding yourself. And then I feel so as you do that, you're going to start to build yourself on a stronger foundation. And then you'll look back and you'll start to say, God, you know, I've done all this, wow. And it's like, you look how far you've come. You've still got a good way to go, but it's like you built the foundations and you're onwards and upwards. So it's all there. And again, it's coming out to get the balance. And with you being a Libra, you are all about balance. So I just feel so this is what it's all about. So you've just got to start sort of focusing on what you want, pushing yourself forward and getting out there, and it's all there for the taking. It really is. So all you've got to do now, just find your strength, find your enthusiasm, find your faith, find your trust, and I feel so when as you do that, you'll start to get where you need to be. Also, I'm being drawn to sort of say, watch out what's going on with a will. I just feel there's something to do with a will that's going on around you, whether it's you sorting it out or it's to do with family. And I just feel so there's going to be some issues with this will. Like I've say, certain people are not going to be very happy about what's been put in it. But it's not your problem. You've not done the will. You just may know about it. So it's like somebody's wrote this will and good wishes, and we've got to abide by it. I know sometimes it doesn't always happen like that, but this is what it's saying. Right, let's have a look at money for you. Yeah, see, money isn't coming out negative here. It's, look, it's a bit up and down, but it's not negative. So you just got to look after what you've got and balance it out. And then here it says, hold on to your money, but so just look after it, be wise with it, and don't give it away so easily. And I feel like you've got some decisions to make around your home, which is obviously going to be connecting with finances and money and security for the future. But overall, money's fine. And I do feel like you're going to be left some money as well. So I feel so money's coming your way. And then I just feel so when this money comes, I just feel as though just invest in property. And that's what it's all about. So again, you're coming out as you're worrying over money, but I just feel as though don't. Just look after what you've got and be wise with it. And even if you feel that you haven't got any financial problems and that doesn't make sense to the worry over money, maybe just look at it as if to say, well, sometimes we all worry about it even when we've got it. You know, is it going to come in? Is it all right? And we're okay for the future? Those kind of things. But there is some kind of aspect to do with money where you're being a bit concerned about. But I just feel so money's fine. Right, let's have a quick look at your health. Right, keep an eye on your hands or your wrists aching. Watch your left shoulder playing up. And keep an eye on your lower back. So like if you're sitting down a lot, and especially if you're sitting in a sagging seat, you might feel so when you get up, it's like, oh, my back's aching a little bit. So make sure you're sitting on firm seats. Keep an eye on your feet a little bit. Watch out for some chesty coughs and colds coming up around you. And keep an eye on your stress levels. But other than that, you're generally fine. And you may start to think about bringing some kind of regime change in, and this is either diet or exercise, which is absolutely fine, but just don't overdo it and don't make it a chore. So just do it with balance. So just eat properly, drink properly, sleep properly, and you'll be fine. Okay, let's have a look at your angels. Okay, so a couple of things to sort out with family now, a bit of tidying up there. And then here's your wish card, so whatever it is you're wishing for, it's all there for you. So focus on your wishes and dreams.